The goal of this video is to be a basic overview in the fastest amount of time possible for a DIY in-ground sprinkler installation. This sprinkler system was for a 30 by 50 lawn that we're going to seed. It ended up costing around $300 for all the materials and involved hand digging 110 linear feet of line. The actual cost for the sprinklers and the adapters and things like that was $100, and then was another $100 for the PVC, and then there was some assorted costs where I had to double buy because I had made a mistake. The basic layout of the sprinklers is 4 corner sprinklers. That's all that's needed. These are the Hydro Rain X 075 adjustable rotors for $7 a head. On the ends, we have a swing joint assembly, which allows me to dig my trenches not so deep and gives it some protection from snapping the PVC off. The layout is one main line up the middle with 10-foot lateral and a 20-foot lateral. I was going to do it around the edges, but because there's large trees, to avoid the roots, we went straight down the middle. Because this system isn't going to have water in it during the winter, I only dug it about 6 inches deep, so there's about 4 inches. The pipe's about 4 inches below ground level. I did some of the digging with a pickaxe that I got for 35 bucks. I did most of it with a shovel though because the ground was pretty soft. I could have rented a trencher, but it was faster and easier. It only took a couple hours to dig 110 linear feet. In terms of fittings, I just have on most of the ends an L with a 1/2 inch female. I use 3/4 inch, which for most small systems, 3/4 inch PVC pipe is going to be just fine. Used a T at the last lateral, a 4-way where it crosses the first. You can see it runs into my box there. At this low spot, we have a release valve so that it doesn't run all back into my box. And this is where it's going to drain because it's a good place back by where the garden's going to be. And this basically is a device where when it's pressurized, it's closed, and as the pressure goes down, it leaks out. I don't know if you can see it, but through some holes in there. So there wasn't easily accessible power where I wanted to run mine, so I'm actually going to be using a hose timer. I've used some of these successfully with some small market gardens that I have, and so basically it's going to be fed from a hose or something else. It's only going to run during the summer. I built another system where I had it tapped into the actual water supply. It's a pain because if I forgot to wrap it or something happened, it blew up and then I got to shut the water off to the whole house. This way we have a clear separation between the two. One other thing, depending on how your system is relative to your water supply, you may need to put a check valve in. I may throw one in on mine, even though I don't think I'm going to need it, just for safety. You don't want that water draining back into your water supply, especially if what you're watering is higher than where your water's coming from. And that's it. If you have any questions, ask in the comments. Make sure you subscribe if you like this content.